Good morning, friends. Welcome to our weekly read and discuss session. We are reading the book Drawing Solutions by Patty Dobrowolski. We are on page 51. Use a mini map to help shift your perspective. When you are in the midst of big life changes, it sometimes feels that your life as you know it's falling apart. You're losing your sense of direction. You think you know where you are headed until something unexpected happens. Or so many opportunities are coming at you, you don't know what to do next. Later, you think, wow, I really made such a big deal out of that. Losing my job, ending a relationship, physical challenges, and so on. Now I see that all of it had to happen to get me to this great new job, partner, your name, you name it. What makes the actual change process so overwhelming, even if you ultimately end up in a better place, is that along the way, you were unable to step back and see the whole pattern as it emerged. What you need to navigate big changes is a way to stay aligned with your own true north. While a map of bigger changes you want to make, generally done once a year, is great for charting individual or business growth, you may also create a mini map as I used to use with the person sitting next to me on the plane ride. The minimap will help you gain perspective on one or more pieces of a larger map of your life. Let's say one goal is in your new desired reality is to adopt a healthier lifestyle. A new minimap will help you honestly assess the current state of your health. For example, you can draw a picture of yourself holding a bunch of medicine bottles with a big swollen tummy to depict the frequent bouts of indigestion, or draw yourself dozing in a recliner with a TV remote to show your lack of energy. On the desired new reality side of your mini-map, you might create images of yourself playing tennis, wearing a swell outfit that shows off your great muscles, or an empty medicine chest. Remember, you don't have to know how you are going to get from where you are now to where you desire to be. You only have to honestly assess where you are and then visualize what you want to see happen. Next, on the mini map, outline specific steps that will both contribute to and be a part of your success. Here you are filling in your bold steps and added action items, but all in context of only one desired goal from your bigger map. Continue through all the steps of for creating your action plan. Refer to the quick guiding guide to mapping in section 4. Be sure to add action steps to your daily calendar to track the progress. This enables the mini map to keep you focused on your goal each day, while it re inspires you and kickstarts that good brain chemistry. While you might spend a longer time putting together your initial snapshot map, a mini map is something you create quickly and use to plan out a small project or eliminate one aspect of a snapshot map. It can be simple or complex as you want. Use a mini-map anytime you need to charge your energy and motivate your big picture task. It helps you to mark progress, unearth true and solidify your desire to successfully reach your goal. Now you can now you have your map in the hand or on the call. Great job. Now you have a roadmap to take a deep breath and relax. Have a cup of coffee, a bite to eat, and well-deserved nap. The map is already working for you. Your brain is busy adjusting the priorities of your reward system based on the desired new reality. Now that you have set yourself up for success, I'll show you how to maximize the work you have completed. I'll stop here. Do you want to go next, Wendy?
Part 3, working with visual maps. What to expect along the way. Congratulations on completing your snapshot map. You will quickly discover it is a powerful tool for setting and achieving life goals. As you embark on your journey, here are some guidelines for understanding the road ahead and navigating any challenges. Clarify your expectations. It's important to set clear expectations for your goals. This is also known as getting yourself aligned. What do you expect from these bold steps? How do you expect your performance to improve? How will you recognize when you have achieved your desired reality goals. Clear goals not only keep you motivated, they are your yardstick for success. When I turned 50, I made a list of 50 new things I wanted to do. I did this both to challenge myself and to experiment with parts of myself that I didn't know much about. One of my goals was to ride one stage of the Tour de France, like Tour de France bike race course. I wasn't planning to ride with the professional bike teams, but rather to ride the stage during the following summer. Since an average Tour de France stage is about 120 miles long, I would need to be in excellent physical shape. To develop a logical action plan, I consulted biking friends. Following one friend's suggestion, I researched and joined a local women's Meet the Teams ride and headed out on my bike for my first group ride. It was exactly 25 miles. Despite having only ridden a maximum of 20 miles previously and encountering dark moments of doubt along the way, I made it to the end with the rest of the women. Encouraged, I rode with several other teams until I found one that I really liked. Joining a bike team was the beginning of an amazing experience that revealed parts of myself I never knew existed. Bike racers are very committed. In fall and winter, they typically meet early every Saturday and Sunday morning for a 2 to 4 hour ride. This happens even in the pouring rain, which is a common occurrence in the Pacific Northwest. When ice and snow make outdoor rides impossible, we ride indoors for hours. After 4 months of training with the team, I could hardly wait for the racing season to start. Once it did, something strange and surprising happened. I suddenly became as competitive and wild as a 16-year-old boy, determined to do whatever was needed to be the first biker across the finish line. I turned into someone I didn't recognize, someone completely obsessed with bike racing. All I could think or talk about was racing. I even created my own mini-map just about racing. At the beginning of the season, I set a goal to finish in the top 10 in a race in my category, Cat 4 Women. The one event that I particularly liked was the time trial, TT. The time trial is called the Race of Truth because it is just you racing against the clock. You ride a specified distance as fast as possible. The very first race in Seattle took place in February, when most Seattleites were in Hawaii, because having lived through the dreariness of 4 months of constant rain deserved a reward. I, however, was not on vacation because I was a bike racer. I decided that the first event, the Frostbite TT, would be my first race of the season. Prior to my start time, I did all the necessary preparations. Got warmed up by riding my bike on a trainer outside in the pouring rain, ate and drank the right amounts of proteins and carbs, then an energy gel just before the race to raise my glucose level, and half a bottle of water for hydration. The race began, and boom, I was off. The ride was incredibly difficult. In February, with brutal rain and wind, I could barely see. But during the race, I actually passed someone else who started 30 seconds ahead of me. When I got to the finish line, I was elated and drove home singing a happy little song. Later, when I checked the results online, my stomach dropped. My finish time put me second to last. What was I missing? My goal was to be a successful bike racer, but when I looked at my map, I saw my definitions weren't clear. What did successful mean? Now that I knew I could come in second to last, where did I want to see myself next? Top 10. I added that to my map. Now I knew I was going to have to study time trial racing. I added another action to my map, using internet searches to help me understand what my speed must be to beat the record. My research showed me that the best time in my race category was set by someone racing at an average speed of 17 miles per hour. If I increased my speed to 17 miles per hour or above, I might just beat my opponents. I kept training hard. At the next race, I finished in 8th place, top 10 finish. I did it. Just as positive expectations and a clear intent were keys to my success, they will be to yours as well. Sometimes that intent changes as you discover exactly what it takes to reach your goal. When I clarified my definition by stating my intent to place in the top 10 when bike racing, and I did everything I could to prepare myself to meet my expectations, I was one step closer to my larger goal for my 50th year, riding one stage of the Tour de France. And because my mini-map documented my processes, it helped me use my first race finish as the catalyst for a clearer action plan. Okay, I'll stop here.
Okay, thanks. Exercise, intent and clarification. Take some time now to look at your map and your desired new reality. To achieve the goal depicted here, Exercise, intent and clarification. Take some time now to look at your map and your desired new reality. To achieve the goal depicted there, What must change? What do you expect from yourself in terms of specific action that will bring you closer to your goals? My intent for change for both step number 1, my intent for change for both step number 2, my intent for change for both step number 3. Once you have stated your intent and clarified your expectations, you are ready to follow through on the action steps for your plan. These are the 10 or fewer actions that you listed, and then using the 80-20 rule, narrowed down to the top 2. When I realized that the women who had won previous races had ridden at a certain speed, I knew I had to match or exceed it to reach my goal of finishing in the top 10. I had refined my actions to a specific goal. After prioritizing your actions and clarifying your goals, take the steps necessary to prepare for success. And always express your expectations as this or something better, which leaves room for the unexpected to manifest. By doing all of this, it is as if you have put up an invisible but powerful barrier, one that will protect you from the minefields of doubts you are likely to encounter on the road ahead. The picture in your mind is constantly evolving and plays a big part in your ability to circumvent or resolve issues when they arise. You can evolve your image by approaching it from different perspectives. Your imagination and creativity will reboot your enthusiasm and your belief that you will succeed. For example, imagine yourself viewing the map as if you were someone else. To get new ideas, I imagine I'm one of those mentors who taught me key lessons. I might pretend I am Michael, who helped me kickstart my financial planning. What will Michael add to this picture of my action plan? Another way to solidify your process is to write a contract with yourself that states, I will do everything in my power to bring this plan to fruition. Then sign and date the document and mail a copy to yourself or someone who also believes in your dream. In group visioning and strategy sessions, I often ask participants to sign the names to the bottom of the map we have created. Somewhere in our genetic coding, we know that when we sign our name to something, we believe it will happen and commit ourselves to making it happen. Those bold steps require us to dig deep into the suitcase for the courage to get what we want. The desired new reality creates a pull, while our discomfort with the current reality provides a push. Then our commitments and dedications to the action plan creates a momentum that carries us over the bold step bridges into the world of our dreams. Should I go ahead?
Uh, Actually, what's pending? Maybe we can stop here because
Okay.
it's logical and
Yeah, that's why I asked. Great.
yeah. I think from the discussion point of view, yeah, I think mini maps definitely, if not a big map, mini map is the way to go. At least starting with. I like the idea where she gave about the exercise and increasing physical fitness. I think I'll take it as my this week to do item to do the minimum for my exercise or healthy lifestyle. So I've been just ignoring like eating a lot of pizzas and all for some reason, like outside food, not homemade. So uh, I have to reduce that down. So I think I'll use this plan. I'll give it a try. So that's the good one. And then, yeah, I think probably if we have it, and then next time we can see the success measure for that map. So yeah, that's from my side. What you can? What's up? You can go next, Julie.
Oh, okay. Oh, I am unmuted. Okay, yeah, thanks. I thought the mini map was really good idea. So I I do watch a lot of TV at night. I don't know if you can see it now. So I did a picture of me watching TV. You can't really see it. And success measures are really tough for me. So I will make that same commitment you did, is I will create some success measures.
Mm.
But should this, in the beginning, should this say when you create the success measures, you don't need to think about at that time how you're going to get it done.
Yeah.
But then the rest of the book is all about how to get it done. So, so I thought that was a bit of a paradox or contradiction. But I think that just doing the map is helpful, And then for me, the growth process is to actually create explicit success measures, because I think part of my thing is fear of commitment, fear of failure. So I don't mind staying in the fussiness of like I will be happy or I will lose weight, but to say I will lose 10 pounds, that's really hard. So I think I will create some success measures both for my book and for my weight loss. I do one of the activities I used to do it every day, but I still do it quite frequently, is I weigh myself in the morning.
Nice. Okay.
And I think at least that gives me like a reverse engineering. Like if I gain a lot of weight, I can say, what did I eat yesterday? I will put in not just success measures, but also success activities. What is it? Measuring actions, regular activities. So I will do that. But I think it's really good to read with you guys, because reading out loud, first of all, I can hear it again and hear you guys reading. And secondly, it slows down the brain. So there's time for new information to emerge or new synthesis of possibilities. So I really appreciate reading with you guys and discussing it. Also adds to the effectiveness of this experience. So thank you. That's all I have.
Well, for me, there was one sentence that really struck a chord where it says, always express your expectations as this or something better, which leaves room for the unexpected to manifest. And for me, that there's always a chance that something unexpected is going to happen. So that's, for me, that's good advice. It helps me to be able to stay positive at the same time. Be aware that something could come up without warning. So that's good. For me, that's good.
Nice. Yeah, I think one of the takeaway I think from Julie is I do also have a weighing like machine here. I can also do in the morning, just wake up and just measure the weight or while sleeping. So I'll do that too. It will keep a check on how am I doing, kind of. But
yeah,
it's
right.
idea.
Okay, I might send you some from day to day. I will share my weight-in with you. Not every day, but from a few times a week.
Yeah, sure, definitely.
And you're welcome to do the same. Yeah, Wendy, I was doing some visualization work with my musician friend in Brighton, UK, and he was a little bit concerned, like what he wants may be limiting, or that it might not be good for someone else. So I always, if I remember, I always add this, that this or something better is happening for me and everyone else. So higher or better, so.
Right.
Yeah, so that's great.
Mhm.
And yeah. So maybe next week, if someone does some mini map, I would love to see it, and I will share mine. I will, whatever I'm working on some stuff with money still, so I'll share that.
For commitments, for me this week again, continue with going to gym. Um, the next one is to make a mini map definitely for my healthier lifestyle. Um, then yeah, so I'm like I said, uh, I'm going for like I'm reading this, I'm listening this podcast, so I'll continue this and see how that changes. And then the third one is we play cricket every Sunday, so every Saturday, so we'll continue that. So after this one, I'll head out for cricket. So that's my plan. Uh, you want to go next Monday?
Well, for me, it's coloring. This week is going to be coloring, yoga, and really just tying up loose. I paid my phone bill already, but I didn't get my electric bill yet, so that'll be coming. And hopefully, my sister gets here to pick up my laundry, and that's it. So it's going to be tying up loose ends for the month, or the week and the month.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. So for me, I'm gonna create some success measures for for weight loss, which is really hard, and for my book, and I will do a mini map on money. Oh, and I'll continue my list of appreciations for my husband, and work on my writing, which I continue to do. That's it.
Nice. Cool. Uh,
Okay.
yeah. Thanks a lot, everyone. Thanks.
Yep.
We'll meet next week.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. See you next.
Thanks so much, everybody. Thanks. I'm going to stop the broadcast.